Historically, I have a default setting which is called try a little bit harder. Go above and beyond, people please, a little bit of wanting to over-deliver. And the older I get, perhaps the wiser I get, the more I see that there is very little joy in that way of being.
So at the moment in my art making, I'm in a real experimental phase and I'm trying lots of things out, but I'm not bringing a try harder energy. I'm bringing a much more inquisitive, curious energy. So I'm not trying to people please with what I'm creating. I'm trying to please myself. I'm not trying to be a perfectionist. I'm trying to be playful. So I'm just being really thoughtful about the energy that I bring to my own creative endeavours. It can be helpful to think about the way in which we show up to our own creativity.
Art making and creativity can be a really good teacher. It can help us to understand things about ourselves. It can give us insight and wisdom to life in general. And what I have discovered through art making is that the things that I seek in my art are also the things I seek in my life. So the things I enjoy and relish in the way I make art and in the end result of that art are often feelings like joy, expression, delight, playfulness, boldness, freedom, a sort of unapologeticness. I really don't want my art making to feel like a domain where I have to get it right, where I have to try harder, where I have to please other people. If I feel that creeping in, then I have to sort of recalibrate and be very thoughtful about actually what do I want here? Is this piece of work that I'm working on, is it expressing the things that I value in my art and in my life? Is it bold and expressive and joyful and playful? If I can feel that I'm doing it to please a imaginary other, it never feels that. I'm getting better over the years at pleasing myself in my art making and delighting myself, being the most important witness, audience of my art. Art making can teach us an awful lot about ourselves and how we approach anything in life, actually. I think often how we approach our art making is how we approach life. We bring all of those sensibilities and values and conditioning and characteristics into our art making, and then sometimes it's complicated to unpick it. I think sometimes we can self-edit in our own art making. I know historically when I first came back to my sketchbook, I used to do that. I used to create things in my sketchbook as a sort of test of my capabilities and my abilities, and that is really boring. It's not fun to do that. It doesn't help us to develop our creative skills and practice if we are testing our own creativity. So the reminder that I'm giving myself this week in my art making
is to bring an energy which isn't about people pleasing but is about pleasing myself. To not bring a trying harder energy, but to bring a light-hearted, playful energy. To not try and perfect and neaten and make everything make sense. I'm really embracing the ambiguity and the uncertainty and the mess, and knowing that that is what my creativity needs at this moment in time.
Think, what do I want in my life and how can I bring that into my art making? And for me, that is joy and boldness and playfulness and adventure and a sense of expression and a sense of expansiveness. I'm sort of messing around at the minute and I'm enjoying the creative messy middle.
I have to keep reminding myself that the unresolved messy middle bit isn't something that I need to fix or tidy up too quickly or rush towards a finish line or try and even understand exactly where it's all heading. Sometimes there's a real need to just stay with it, to experiment, to let ideas overlap, to allow ideas to sit beside each other without forcing them to make sense. I found that if I give myself enough time and I let ideas evolve, they eventually begin to organise themselves. So I just have to stick with it and keep noticing.